resources to be used, and then you strike.
Yeah.
If you're Blacklist International, let's see how this game goes. Will it be Blacklist? Will it be ONIC Philippines? I'm excited. It's game number 3.
Yeah, I'm just glad, we made it to a game 3 here to kick off week 3, especially with these two teams who are, quite honestly, they're battling it out, pretty much the middle of the standings, really trying to set themselves up, the momentum for points and everything else. So you can already see tensions are going to be high here. Mid lane, a lot of poke back and forth. There's no one, though, going to be able to get that first blood. Kekadu, though, quite low. Still trying to get anything out here. Super Prince poked down quite a bit, holding on to the flickers.
This is the early game combo, right? Farsa and Afaramis. Early game. How to hold the lane, how to clear minions, they answer it correctly. And that forces out ONIC Philippines to not really engage in this pokes that Blacklist International is setting up.
Gonna be a lot of pokes, especially with the composition that we have from both teams. You see this Faramis plus Farsa, great at poking, great at out-sustaining their opponents. Also very true with the Valentina. So that's one thing you can expect. I wonder how they are going to utilize the Super Prince in this game, though. It's always that's the dilemma that we talked about earlier on. But additionally, will you also pump up some farm on Super Prince so that he will have enough damage come the mid game?
Yeah, since the mid lane right now is the focus of Blacklist to easily pressure on, right? We have Yue and Edward, so that makes sense. If you delay the EXP of a Valentina, well, you can slow down the magic burst potential early game.
Yeah, and
Edward,
that's what you want to do here. Edward, though, half health, going to be poked down quite a bit. Doesn't have that level 4 yet, so he's got to be careful here. Sensubi on the hunt, looking for Edward still. Can he bob? Can he weave? Vengeance comes out. The flicker comes in. Super Prince with a big pickoff early on. That's going to be crucial, as you just talked about, Wolf. Early kill, Super Prince, Mystery Shop, going to be crucial. Another flicker comes in. Wise is stunned. Kekadut with the kill. ONIC still on the hunt here. So my Venus trying to just give some vision on this turtle. Might be better if they give it up. Edward now back here. Still, ONIC going to be pulling it. There's the feathered airstrike. Going to be secured by Sensui with the retribution.
Sensui says, thank you for that bonus damage you get. Great decision from ONIC Philippines to actually turn onto heroes instead of focusing onto the turtle take. So there's always that, I call it the 3 T's when you're doing the turtle dance. Or
what is that?
What's that?
It's take, turn, or trade.
Oh.
So take is like when you take the turtle, right? Focus on putting the neutral objective down, like focusing your damage on that. Turn is if you turn onto heroes instead. And trade is just give the turtle, skip it, just take another objective part of the map. So ONIC Philippines decided to turn in that case, and that was the best decision because now they take 2 heroes before they took the turtle.
I love the T's right now.
3 T's.
The 3 T's
Of the neutral objectives.
The objectives.
Yeah.
The elements on how to get the perfect objective things. Thank you so much, Wolf. That's Wolf 2022.
That's free, by the way. That's free.
That's
free strategies.
A master class.
Wolf usually charges for that information.
Yeah, right? A beautiful way to win your games.
I'm pretty sure if you go into your games, guys, 3 T's.
Yeah.
3 T's.
They're not going to know. But right now, bottom side, looking for a play. ONIC Philippines, though, actually going to get poked down quite a bit. Edward making his way to. Nice Numenor Blast. Kekadu going to be in trouble here. Edward on the hunt. There's the ultimates. Can they escape this? It looks like they do. ONIC Philippines able to get out of a bad situation.
Well, good shield, though, on how Nets used to land that ultimate to defend the fallback of ONIC Philippines. And the pokes continue.
Pokes are continuing. Super Prince going to be just fine, though. Now Yue with that feathered airstrike in return. And still, no one going down here on both teams.
Still, Farsa is the best option for the ultimate that Super Prince can use early game. That's how you make AoE and how you secure, well, border if you're ONIC. You have ONIC Philippines lineup. You want to have that space for Kekadu to have a good angle to land those ultimates, knowing that there's joy on their side. There's a lot of things to really catch to level up the team fighting here.
Well, right now they're going to be battling for the second turtle of the game. 1/4 health here. Going to come down to the retribution battle. It's Sensui that secures it. Now Kekadu, though, has to flicker out. ONIC Philippines playing the discipline game, gets the objective, and gets out here.
So it was a gamble from ONIC Philippines and Blacklist, as both Wise and Jitsu were both level 7 and decent control out there. But yeah, I think that's the key, right? For ONIC Philippines, discipline. Whether or not they take the turtle, they did not give away any free kills to Blacklist International, even committing the flicker onto Kekedu. It didn't matter if they get the kill or not. As long as they get out there alive, it's going to be great. They're going to be maintaining their lead, and that's 1,500 gold on their side, and also a lot of experience for both Sensui and Nets across the map.
That's how ONIC Philippines catches up on the 3 Ts, right? That's a
Yep.
trade that you don't want to give against Blacklist International, but all they want to do here is really take this pressure, to give pressure rather, onto the mid lane.
Sensui trying to back off here a little bit. Wise has the taunts that he needs. They punish him. Sensui gonna follow along with Kekedu. It's a double for Edward.
Ah, look at the positioning of Blacklist and how they are able to trap Sensui, knowing well how to master or, control the Martis. Timing out after all of the Shuras as well as the Mortar Coil so that they can get out and control him afterwards. Great movements coming up from Blacklist. And now they have diminished the lead out to 400 in just one fell swoop.
Also, good setup on how they would want to counter the engage of how ONIC could contest this second turtle. But looking at the items here, Joy has the Divine Glaive. You have the Scorch Power now. And also Tower Down up top.
They're grabbing the objectives that they need, right? Playing around it. And they can pretty much take that advantage that they have now. It might be even across the board in terms of gold. But slowly, Blacklist International still trying to find space advantage, right? That's something they want to play around with. But ONIC Philippines, if they can secure this next turtle, at least they've got the 3 clean sweep for turtles. And that is up to Sensui here. So as they fight for the positioning, Oh My Venus pulling the turtle out for now. And now the battle ensues. Edward there as well. Everybody pretty much here. And right now, Super Red might want to wake his way to this fight. There's the feathered airstrike coming out from Yue. Turtle still being worked on slowly, but Shuri Ryota gonna jump in. There's Kekedu too, taking quite a bit of damage. Sensui can't get close enough. Super Prince with a feathered airstrike there as well. Turtle gonna reset here. No one able to grab it just yet. Edward quite low as well.
2 flickers used, ultimates burned down. No turtle to contest.
How very, very sweaty turtle number 3 from both teams.
Oh, this one, though, it just looks like it's going to go to the hands of Blacklist International. Wise able to secure it. Now Edward pushing the backside here. Nets could be in trouble. Look at the damage. Can he survive it?
It's alive.
Barely does, but Nets able to survive.
Man, okay, so well played coming up from Blacklist. They snagged the lead once again. 800 gold or almost 1,000 for them as they have managed to put ONIC Philippines very low. Nobody was killed in that sequence. But Blacklist International gets the economic advantage out of that, and it was because of Ryota just mastering the joy.
Boom.
Wow.
I mean, that's why it's really good.
Still a cautious mindset for ONIC Philippines. They want to maintain this discipline if they want to go up against Blacklist into the later stages of the game. Because if the items is concerned, I believe they're more focused on amping up the damage of Nets and as well as Ryota, right? So how is this now?
Well, we do know that ONIC Philippines are quite a little bit of a trouble right now because the later the game goes, you can see that Blacklist International with both Faramis and Farsa can be good. ONIC Philippines, they need really a lot of items onto Nets. Eventually, Sensui will be more of a tank, not a damage dealer anymore. If he gets maybe the ultimate connection with the resets, maybe sure they will have the damage, but will not have it in the latter portions of the game. So it's going to be really dependent on Nets and how he's going to be able to position himself well and make sure that he is the damage dealer for ONIC Philippines.
So the question is, can they hold it though?
Okay, they get the flicker out from Super Prince. There's the feathered airstrike in return. Kekedu has to flicker out as well. Still going to be able to survive. Quite low himself, but still a lot of resources out once again. 15 seconds away from this first Lord of the game.
Well, slowly, they're eyeing onto this next major objective. With no push coming from ONIC Philippines, I say Blacklist would want to secure this one because they're letting so much problems right now for the Yellow Hedgehogs, right? So what could be the next move here if you want to go up against them?
We'll apply pressure in lanes. First, you can see Lord Dance, but already a 4-1 movement coming up from Blacklist International. 4 in the Lord side and then 1 up top. That's Edward. Making sure that Lapu-Lapu will have to answer for 2 lanes. So that will take a lot of time, and they will inch their way onto the Lord once again. Look at the lane pressure from BLACKLIST International. They are making sure that all of the lanes are shot. A perfect 4-1 strat from BLACKLIST International.
Yeah, keeping their eyes on the possible split up top. So ONIC right now is looking forward to secure this one, because space is onto the hands of the ultimate of Kekedu that can make, but there's no flicker though.
Well, right now, still, Lord going to be half health here. Wise quite healthy still. Oh My Venus looking for that stampede. They pull him back. Sensui could be in trouble. Gets the Colt Altar out. Now it's going to be Wise on the focus. Nets trying to unleash. Doesn't quite have the damage just yet. There's the Appraiser's Wrath. Yue finds Sensui. And that's 1 down here. BLACKLIST International with a masterful fight. They get the advantage. Can ONIC actually contest this Lord? Do they just give it up?
No Sensui.
Sensui is dead, so there's really no chance. And even that, even after knowing that the Lord Dance is already safe, Edward makes a move so that Nets and the rest of the gang will not be able to follow up anyways.
Yeah, they need more time to get back on the trade and objective now, as the 3 Ts is needed for the side of ONIC Philippines. What do you get for the objective? Will you do a cross-map trade? Well, now they're seeing more of the chances of getting focused on the objectives. If you're Sensui, if you're the other members of ONIC Philippines, laning is concerned, there's a lot of ways that they could actually bounce back, right?
Maybe if they do find a big open, they need a team fight. ONIC Philippines, they cannot play the 4-1 game, and that's really what BLACKLIST International is exploiting now. You can see Joy with all of the mobility, he has a big map traverse, good movement speed, of course. With all the dashes, you can just get from one lane to another. Applying the pressure up top, and it's a slow push top lane once again. Just BLACKLIST International controlling the minions. It's such a beautiful cross-map play and sight to see.
Yeah, problems also brewing up against ONIC Philippines. They haven't spotted Edward yet, though.
Yeah, they're going to lose another turret topside, too. They've got to pretty much give up these Tier 2 turrets, right, over the hands of BLACKLIST International and just hope to defend in their base at this point, right? If they get caught out, they're going to be in a bad position here. Net's still trying to hold it down in the Tier 2, but it's ultimately going to go down here. Lord, though, should be taken down shortly. Net's still holding down the mid lane. Super Prince does go in, but it looks like ONIC Philippines just looking to hold on here to get in position for the next fight.
Yeah, they just keep on waiting. I think this is also a bad thing if you don't get those trades, because in the player's gold, Nets is not too far, right? Well, he needs more time mostly to give the other members of ONIC to give space for Nets, because Super Red, if you're a Brody, this might be the way to get those damage in, right?
Yeah. Interesting, BLACKLIST onto Oh My Venus shows the fleeting time.
Wow. Edward, though, just doing Joy things. Look at all the damage he's able to provide against 3-4 members of ONIC Philippines. That's so hard to deal with here.
Yeah. That's the problem you give the Joy. That's the reason why it's almost automatically banned.
Yeah.
Gives so much of an opening against ONIC Philippines. You see how he's able to just pressure the backlines for ONIC Philippines, and that allowed BLACKLIST to be more comfortable, especially during this macro objective plays.
Yeah, with Joy on Edward's hands, you need to answer catch. You need to answer magic defense. I believe he got already 2 most important core items if you were a Joy. So he could actually deplete resources in the side of ONIC Philippines, and if they wait for that time where everybody's ultimates is out for BLACKLIST, it might be too late for ONIC to bounce back. So maybe this Lord could dictate their way of like having a chance of, well, taking 2 turrets from mid to bottom.
This might be their chance, but also notice Edward's still top side, right? Going to be putting pressure there. Conceal play does come out, but ONIC Philippines still looking for any moment they can here. Super Prince unleashing. Can they grab the kill? Wise falls here. Nets able to finally get a point on the board. UA flickers out of the Newman on blast. Edward still backside. Got to be careful. Kekedu falls, though. Now Nets on the run, trying to help the team. The flicker comes in. Oh My Venus on the hunt, gets the drag. Nets gets taken out. Look at the damage coming out from Super Red and Edward. ONIC Philippines on the run.
Ooh.
Feathered airstrike comes down, but it's not enough to get the last 2 kills.
Massive positioning plays coming out from BLACKLIST International. Even after losing Wise, you'll understand why ONIC Philippines tried to go for that play, just all in against the world. And unfortunately, they were punished afterwards. They keep Sensui, a retribution holder, but they weren't able to keep their damage up. It's all because of Edward zoning out the members of ONIC Philippines and then UA following up. Of course, oh my Venus, you saw that drag, the Shadow Stampede, to be on point and be a reliable stun against Nets. Well, it isn't really a stun, but a reliable dispositioning against Nets. And that allowed BLACKLIST International to take the Lord once again. And this is really a big advantage for them.
Oh, BLACKLIST. Now with all of the items locked in for Joy and for Edward, I say this is a very hard way of bouncing back with the lead of 6.3k. How do you target one against Blacks? Would you target Super Red? Would you target UA? With this, or with the pressure of Ome Venus using the Ferris, I say they always have this second chance of turning things around, right? So if ONIC Philippines would rather hold their way of defending inside the base, because BLACKLIST keeps on baiting them to go out because they're hungry. They're hungry for objectives. They're hungry for kills. And if they keep on answering to that, that will be a big problem just like now.
Well, right now, they're going to be trying to defend this top side. They're going to lose the turret here. Wise able to grab it. Kekadu takes quite a bit of damage. Falls ultimately to Super Red. They're trying their best. Nets has the damage, but just not enough. Wise finally falls. UA also quite low. Flicker to defend, but look at the triple from Super Red. Can he grab some more? Sensui falls. Still looking to end the game here. 4 down for ONIC Philippines. Super Red was finally taken care of. 3 members for BLACKLIST International still up, and it's Super Prince. Can he defend by himself? It looks like he can.
He's holding on. 2 supers, but 1 stayed up top. BLACKLIST International with the push, leaving so much problems for ONIC Philippines right now.
I'm actually surprised that ONIC Philippines hang on.
Yeah.
It was because Super Prince, his positioning and his on-point usage of the first and the second skill, dashing through. And BLACKLIST International popped the ultimate onto UA, the last ultimate, just way too early, so that they will not be able to zone out Super Prince. But it is what it is. BLACKLIST International still winning the team fights. And the only reason why ONIC Philippines held on was because of the heroics from Super Prince himself, but it was almost a perfect Lord push coming out from BLACKLIST International.
Now they're answering it on the late game. Can they hold it, right? This is the problem. This is the thing that I was speculating early on. Can ONIC Philippines hold the damage right now of BLACKLIST? Because will they deplete resources? Will they take one? Will they isolate one? Because also, they really have a good chance of clearing their lane. It's just a matter of maybe isolating, right? Will that be a good answer?
Yes, but it's so difficult. It's easy for us to say that they have to isolate people, right? And this is a they are trying to do it against a Faramis lineup. This composition from BLACKLIST International, they will not leave each other. They're going to be rubbing shoulders all throughout this game, just because of the nature of their composition. But if they do find it, yes, ONIC Philippines, that's a great idea.
Ooh. Well,
Until
right now,
then, only Edward is exposed.
Yeah, if they can find a kill early on, maybe they catch Edward. I don't know how you'd be able to do that, because you have to throw a lot at a Joy to actually catch her here. So it might be something that ONIC Philippines plays around. But right now, if they can somehow also win this retribution battle, they have a clear signal to march in the base. But you also have to look at Edward, right? He's looking to make a Nets play here, right? He's looking to put pressure on that back lane.
Found Edward.
Look at ONIC Philippines.
Did he spot one?
No,
Is
Edward's
this the
there. The
isolation?
charge up. Oh, he's gonna miss. Can Edward survive this? Yes, he does. Bobs and weaves out of there. 1 versus 3. So now it's ONIC Philippines on the defense. Lord is being worked on by Wise. It's still pretty healthy here. ONIC Philippines can actually contest this one.
And they forced out 2 ultimates.
My God. I mean, Edward just utilized the crowd control immunity of the Joy to its full potential. After learning that he is being slowed down because of the Numinum Blast, he decided to just dash forward. Eventually gets hit, but because of the crowd control immunity, he gets away.
Okay, conceal play comes out. Edward still top side.
Wait.
Gonna be looking for the base here. Can he get it in time? He's just a big distraction. Doesn't have the damage just yet, or the minions. So Ryota able to hold his own.
Saying no.
Still the fight. Both sides cross map here. They know the conceal's also down. They got to be careful. Oh my Venus, going to get trapped a little bit, but has the immortality as well. Still able to push and pull between both teams. Super Prince goes in, looks for something, has to flicker out. It's Edward now with the beats off and looking for more. Can he find it? Kekadut goes with immortality. The Wise in trouble. Prazer's Wrath comes down, but Kekadut's gonna fall.
Oh no.
Very close fight in there. There's a lot of immortalities popped, but unfortunately, ONIC Philippines will lose Kekadut. That's a massive ultimate to not have in this game.
No ultimate, no flicker, no setups for ONIC Philippines. How to counter this? Edward's dropping low though.
That is just insane. You know, Edward able to do that on this Joy. Jump into a bush of 3 people. Get out fine. Still going to be going. Ryota flickers in. Yue's in trouble. Unleashes. Ryota able to grab the kill. Yue down now. And still the fight for the Lord ensues.
Wow, Super Prince now, for the first time, stole the Fram's ultimate. And it was all just to help out Ryota get out. Great jump from Ryota with the flicker and the ultimate, the bravest fighter, as he's able to take out Yue. Very important component in the team fight of BLACKLIST International. And so far, this meant that ONIC Philippines might consider just bursting out the Lord. It's now time to take the Lord if you're ONIC Philippines.
Man, I'm seeing a lot of problems. There are 2 members down bottom against ONIC Philippines' lane. And right now, Ryota's the only one holding the base. Is 4 members enough against BLACKLIST International right now? They're really playing the long macro game here, leaving one to defend the base of ONIC Philippines. All up to Sensui.
It's take time.
It's take time. It's the dance time. Who's it going to come down to? They're going to try to zone him out the best they can. Lord is taken by Wise as the Retribution battle is finished, but Edward falls. And oh my Venus as well. 2 down for BLACKLIST International. And now ONIC Philippines making their way down mid. They know they've got the numbers advantage. They're going to have to deal with the Lord as well. How many turrets, how much space can they grab from this play?
Great discipline. Maybe another one up top, but that will be it. They have to answer for the minions now. Fortunately for ONIC Philippines, even after BLACKLIST International took that away, it's a late respawn from the Lord. It's the reason why they can have a shot at defending this. ONIC Philippines not too shabby at all with the team fights.
And they can hold the line. But on the other end of this lane, Super Red not attempting to do what happened in game number 1, but still hoping ONIC Philippines would have a chance to clear this. They would need to be at the base. There's a lot of ways that they can distract their strategy right now.
Well, what we saw was pretty much the fact that ONIC Philippines can still win these fights, right? They are in a position now where pretty much everybody has all the items they need, and it comes down to just those micro decisions in these team fights. So it's better that they defend in their base where they're in an advantage position. They're going to go ahead and get rid of this Lord here. And then they've got to defend against the pushing minions. And then from there, look for another winning fight the best they can. They're going to lose that last turret, though, in mid lane.
Okay, ultimate has been used by Yue. Now an advantage. BLACKLIST International is letting everybody out of the base. I say they have complete defense right now. If we're talking about Kekadut, I think this damage reduction item could actually work with the burst right now on how Super Red manages to use that ultimate onto everybody.
Well, in a very surprising way, Queen's Wings picked up by Kekadut. That's a big surprise. Yeah, because he doesn't heal a lot, right? But I guess he will just want to stay beefy when he's low. Because you do have the passive, yeah.
The damage reduction with the immortality and also answers, well, everything for BLACKLIST's possible Wrath of taking 2. So maybe they could buy time and hold the line while Edward is just poking everybody and pushing everybody to a pressure, but they're spotting one!
Edward in trouble here. Gets taken out.
Went too deep.
That's massive.
60 seconds.
Yeah, TikTok timers right now at 24 minutes. It's over a minute. That Edward will not be a problem for ONIC Philippines, and he has been a problem. We've talked about how Nets is not able to get into position just because of the fact that Melissa is gonna be pressured by the Joy, and that pickup was massive on the side of ONIC.
You have 30 seconds to make that kill worth if you're ONIC Philippines.
If you're ONIC, you just burst it down, right? You utilize Nets and Sensui to just trickle down the Lord. Take it.
The work here is going to be in the hands of Blacklist International if they can avoid this Lord being taken here. Still 20 seconds for Edward to be up. They had to park Ryota bottom side, so it's not pushed out, but still, they're making it hard here for Sensui to finish up this Lord. It's still going to come down to the retribution battle. Anything could happen here. There's the charger up from Kekadu. Going to get zone out the best he can. Super Fritz quite low, but Sensui able to secure the Lord.
Wow.
And now they're going to be trying to retreat here, but they decide to fight. Nets unleashing, but look at the damage. Immortality going to be popped here. Edward just around the corner back for the fight. Look at the stampede! Finds 4 members in a massive play from Oh My Venus. And they're still going. Super Red able to find Sensui. Ryota with a nice stun, but ultimately going to get taken down here. And Super Red makes a beeline for the base top side. What a play from Blacklist International as they end the series 2-1.
Blacklist International with a reverse sweep, giving the perfect time for Edward to strike back. Amazing clutch. They're almost there. ONIC is almost there, but Blacklist had all corners answered from the last Lord take.
Woo. The stolen Farm's ultimate went badly, well, not in the favor of ONIC Philippines, because what happens is when the shields run out because you get hit, you're essentially, when the damage output is there to take out the shields, what generally happens is that you get stunned in place for a second.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
I saw it in the bushes, right?
It was perfect setup for Blacklist International in the end. Shadow Stampede connects,
Man.
Taunt connects. You see all of those AoE damage because of the fact that they were stunned up. And it wasn't just because of that